We're just starting up with the game. I'm just going to change it to full screen right now. And we're going through with the captain's mode as it is the tournament itself. And you can see that Invasion MUFC logo right there with Invasion Sino down there. Invasion MUFC this time. Invasion is going to be on the Radiant side, while MUFC is going to be on the Dire side itself. And we're going to start with the banning phase coming from Team Invasion first. So Invasion is a ban off on Versace right there on the first ban. And while coming up with Bat Rider and Doxia coming from Invasion Sino. How do I do this? Alright, we just stick it like that. Alright, so it seems the MFG just banned off on Nikes right there. So we're just gonna start off the first pick coming from Invasion Sino itself.
10 seconds remaining.
So to ladies and gentlemen of the Low Yat Plaza itself, welcome to Low Yat Plaza. And what you're looking at in the middle of Low Yat Plaza itself is we are featuring live the event of the AMD DotA Invitational Tournament 2013. And now we're featuring the grand finals itself in between MUFC versus Team Invasion itself on the game of Dota 2. And coming back into the game itself, Team Invasion has just picked out Anti-Mage as the first hero this time.
Speak for the trees.
While Team MUFC have just picked out Shadow Demon as the first pick, it's going to be Trilin, while Nature's Prophet as the second pick. So we're still waiting for Invasion to just pick out the second hero as well as... Is it third? Oh, just the second hero, and we'll just go through with the batting phase afterwards, alright?
Seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
So we're now into the extra time. Invasion is taking the time to pick out who's going to be second hero. It is crucial to solve. This is the grand finals where everything matters is solved. And we've already decided on who's going to be in third place, which is Malaysia All-Stars. Congratulations for that awesome match against Invasion Esports just a few minutes ago. The game ended. And coming back to the game itself, that Invasion has just picked up on Queen of Pain as the second hero itself. It's going to be on mid, obviously. Queen of Pain is always nice with Scream of Pain, with Poison Dagger. Nice combo coming from Slow itself, and Anti-Mage can go on, keep hitting off on that hero itself. So, seems that since MUFC goes off with the bans right there, so he just banned off on Lone Druid. It's a third ban, while Invasion is just banned off on Chan. So, wow. Right. Many of Chan, interesting indeed. And we're still going to wait out for who's going to be the fourth ban come from Team MUFC. While Invasion itself is going to be banning off afterwards. And we'll be coming back into the next two picks from third and fourth pick come from both sides as well. Alright,
Reserve time.
crowd is gathering up towards the podium, towards the island itself. Since we only have one island. And for your information, the PCs that the players are using right now is using the AMD A series hardware itself. So AMD system, which is a new one coming out from AMD, and they are using the Razer gears from mouses to keyboards as well as headsets, inclusive of game mats as well from Razer. And for those who know Razer itself, you guys can just come down and have a look at the Razer booth at the AMD booth right here in the ground floor as well. Right, you can have a look at the all-new Razer Ouroboros, right, from the name of the snake, as well as the Razer Tiamat 7.1, which I wish to have at the end of this year, right? So hopefully one time we'll have that. Alright, so basically going through the bans is it's quite quick. MUFC just banned off on Rely, which is Crystal Maiden right there on the fourth ban, while Invasion has just banned off on Dragon Knight right there. So first pick come from MUFC. MUFC just picked out who is going to be their support come for Trilane, which is going to be Leshrac. So it's going to be an easy combo right here where the catch is going to be done by Shadow Demon on Destruction, while next coming up will be the Soul Catcher, while Leshrac is going to cast out the stun on the hero to ensure that the hero is in place and dealing damage by the carry, so going in for the kill. So it's all about timing for this one itself, and has to make sure that Soul Catcher hits off that hero, the soul hero, because it has a random on the AoE placed.
Reserve time.
Right, we're still waiting for Invasion to pick out that third hero itself, going to extra time.
Dire team pick.
Dinner.
Storm Spirit is alive.
Alright, so MUFC just picked up on Storm Spirit as the fourth hero, and I just missed out. Invasion went with third pick. It's going to be in tri lane. It's going to be Rubik right there.
Winner bracket advantage.
Best.
Winner bracket advantage. Winner bracket need to win only one game.
10 seconds remaining.
Best of 3, but winner bracket.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, for those information itself, this is the best of 3 games itself, and since Team MUFC itself comes from the winners record itself, so they have an advantage of 1 win. So for this game itself, Invasion has to make sure that they win this game to ensure that there's going to be a third game itself for the grand finals. If not, the win for the grand finals of the AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament 2013 goes to MUFC itself, where they will bring back the 1,500 cash prize. So it's going to be tough for Team Invasion because they need to win 2 games to ensure that they win this tournament itself. And MUFC is just 1 win away from winning this tournament itself. So MUFC should not be wasting this opportunity itself and use it to the fullest. They know, both teams know what is at stakes right here. Interesting enough, knowing that from a Shaka's point of view itself, since MUFC is having Shadow Demon with Nature's Prophet right there with Lashrak and Storm Spirit, it would be a nice pick itself to have Silencer in the team. Aside from having Silencer for Team Invasion, they even have Anti-Mage, which serves that, you know, when the name says Anti-Mage, you know, it's an anti against casters for the game itself, alright? When you have a level 4 on that magic resistance, it resists up to 50% of magic damage itself, which is going to hurt a lot, and it's going to be very helpful towards the game itself. And seeing in a team coming from MUFC, it's a full skill team with Earthshaker, Storm Spirit, Lashrak, Nature's Prophet as well as Shadow Demon, and the only 2 carry heroes from the team is only Nature's Prophet as well as Storm Spirit itself. And from Invasion, the carry will be Anti-Mage Cleary with Quit of Pain and Silencer.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
We are still waiting for Team Invasion to pick out the last hero right here, alright?
Reserve time.
This is gonna be interesting indeed. 5 skilled heroes in the match. No tankies. It's all about damage in the game. It's all about engagement. This is the kind of game that we want to see as the people itself for Dota 2 fan. As the Sharkcast itself, it's gonna be interesting indeed, and hopefully it does. And it should be as interesting or probably more interesting than the game coming from Team Malay All-Stars versus Invasion, which just occurred a few hours ago itself. And that was the last pick itself. They went off with Puck as the last pick. So a few to the advance right here. We have Puck, who can silent. We have Silence, who can silent. We have Anti-Mage, who has magic resistance itself, dealing up, clearing up those who has resistance to his magic itself. So from the drops itself, it looks like it's very advantageous towards Invasion itself. We won't know until the game starts off. Maybe MUFC have their own plans in hand itself. It is all about execution. It's all about surprises itself. Anything can happen in the game. It's about tactics as well, right? And we're only a few seconds away from the start of the game itself. The Dota 2 Invitation Showcase Grand Finals is underway.
5 seconds remaining.
These 2 teams are a few seconds away from engaging in a really big battle right now, and I am currently off course. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Grand Finals of the AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament 2013, brought to you by AMD and organized by eClub. The game is underway, and both teams are taking their places into the lanes, each of them. And there goes a shout out to Invasion Esports right there by Snow. So there goes a shout out to My Mama by Canton. And okay, I'm giving out shout out to your mom. Hi, mom. So your mom should be proud that you're in the grand finals right here. All right. So good luck by both teams. All right. You don't have to shout out to your whole family, right? You know, there's a limit to how much shout out I can
30
give
seconds
as a
to
shoutcaster. All right. All right. To the dad also. All right. Never had a shout out before to your family before the game, but it's okay. Quite interesting enough. Oh, before I forgot, alright? So we just gotta pick up this one. Bastion right here. Genuine Valor can't pick that, alright? So, throughout the game, we'll be having Shang.
The game is on.
We'll be using Rubik on the game for Team Invasion. And Wu Yan is gonna be using Akasha. Canton is gonna be using a puck. Silencer is gonna be Jessica Jung. Is Jessica Jung a girl? I mean, like, seriously? Is she? Like, I just want to look, right? And Snow will be using anti-mage, he's going to be serving his carry. While AMGD is going to be using Furion for Team MUFC. I can't see the name, it's too much to the right, so, but it's okay. Can't see, but it's okay, we'll just announce that. Sorry about Team MUFC about that, alright? It seems that the bottom lane had a glimpse of who their competitions are, the bottom lane. It seems that the carry for the lanes itself is Leshrak with anti-mage. Not sure how that's gonna turn out, alright? So it seems that they're gonna go aggressive rather than going in for farms itself. They're just gonna go head up bit by bit. We have Rubik anti-mage with Silencer in bottom lane, and Earthshaker, Shadow Demon as well, Leshrak in the bottom lane as well for Team Dire. While mid lane we have Puck and Storm Spirit in mid lane. We just started the game a few seconds ago and Puck is already that much damage. Alright, well in top lane we have Akasha with Nature's Prophet in the top lane. It should be easy for Akasha, I think. I'm sure he can handle it. Alright, so the idea is Strength Protector is gonna ask those trends to hit up on Akasha bit by bit. Alright, buggy little things right there. Alright, Akasha's just taking the damage bit by bit. Alright, come on, just destroy the strengths, right? So he's to try to chase off right here. Akasha dealing damage with Nature's Prophet despite being chased off right there. He can still survive the lanes. And that goes the pull by Storm Spirit in mid lane. A nice set by Storm Spirit mid lane. Like we can see that that's the metal hat right there. One of the old items coming up from Storm Spirit, but still, it's really nice. Alright, Leshrak, is this a new set I'm looking at? It might not be the latest one, but it surely is a good set. Right, same set for anti-mage like just now's game. Silence Lane Usa, Shadow Demon Usa. Why am I looking at the sets right now? Alright, game's just started. He's facing Nub in top lane. Akasha was just a few hits away from dying against Strength Protector itself. Very aggressive going on in top lane itself, aside from the mid lane as well. So it seems that Storm Spirit with full mana and full health right there. So Puck is ensuring he's having that nice timing coming from phase shift to ensure that he doesn't die off. So quite interesting in bottom lane itself, anti-mage engagement going on. He just hit up a bit on the Shrek. Rubik is just going to be a bit to the in front there, but he should watch out. He doesn't want to be catch. There's a few catch heroes here in the bottom lane itself. We have Rubik as well as we have Shadow Demon. So the nice catch will be coming from the stun. The stun misses out from the Shrek. What a waste.
Denied.
Earthshaker could have done something right there, but why didn't he stun? He could have just blocked the way, just for the way. Maybe Earthshaker was situated too far away from the lane, so maybe he was unable to help. But it's okay. Maybe Earthshaker is just saving the stun itself for a rainy day, you know, just in case. Alright, there goes the stun on anti-mage right there. And oh my gosh, being taken out right here is Silencer. Lifting up by Rubik right here. They need to play safe right here. Not much of a good engagement right there. So the Curse of Silence by Silencer itself didn't last long on Shadow Demon as he casted Disruption on Silencer. Mid lane, we have still yet to see any first blood going on. Puck and Storm Spirit in mid lane. Bottom engagement is very aggressive indeed. It's either who has been catched, and either way, even if the dire side were to catch, even if Disruptor were to catch, I don't think they will back off. They will go on with the fight. Here goes the engagement. Shadow Demon right here trying to chase off on Silencer in the forest itself. Silencer has an extra mobility right there. He can make a run for it. Shaker coming from the back. Leshrac being stuck right there. Leshrac should be careful right here. And Fury coming on to help. Rubik might just died off first. Died off Rubik, first blood. Silencer being catched right there. Shadow Demon goes down 1-1 trade-off right there in the bottom forest itself. A nice trap by Fury right there. Rubik was unable to make a run for it. He was caught in between the trees. And Furion is supposedly returning back into his lane once again. Alright, a nice support right there. Puck is trying to render the skills coming from Storm Spirit useless by using that phase shift. Right. MUFC having that advantage of first blood right there by taking down Rubik. Despite losing one hero, but they still earn that extra bonus for first blood. So it doesn't matter much. Wow. Alright, here goes the catch. Silencer goes down, being stunned by Earthshaker right there. Job well done by Shadow Demon. So it seems that somehow MC has to figure out how did Anti-Mage buy that Ring of Health. But it's funny enough, if only they can see how. Alright, that goes another catch this time. Will it work? And that goes a stun on Rubik. Rubik goes down once again. Rubik and Silent needs to watch out because basically both of them don't have any disabling skills. And only Rubik has telekinesis, but it won't work much because basically they have two stunners right there with the Shrek stun, and we have the stun from Earthshaker as well. And that goes a stun at Anti-Mage when it doesn't deal damage, he can just blink out, no worries about that. Too much panic going on. Alright, and Akasha is farming up in top lane. We don't see Nature's Prophet inside, not sure where he is. Alright, and Storm Spirit this time is having the time of his life in the mid lane, having free form.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
We are currently 6 minutes and 55 seconds into the game itself, and Team MUFC is currently leading 3-1 into the game itself. And there goes the catch by Shadow Demon once again, and misses out the sun by Leshrac. And big lift off by Leshrac right here, and that goes the save from Earthshaker. Need to watch out. And it seems that Puck is situated in the bottom lane. There goes ulti. Down goes the Shrek. A nice catch by Puck's ulti right there. The Dream Coil is nice. Dream Coil. And down goes Earthshaker as well. Team Invasion has caught up to MUFC. It's now 3-3. We tried up and it seems that, my gosh, Nature's Prophet is just killed Anti-Mage. In the bottom lane itself, trying to kill off on Rubik right here. Rubik might just go down. Down goes Rubik. Down goes Anti-Mage. A bit more kill. Storm Spirit doesn't have any mana left. He should be careful right there. And he tried to perform to chase off the Akasha. And Puck managed to kill off Nature's Prophet this time.
Time to hibernate.
A 5-4 right here. Puck needs to be careful. He is stuck in between that and an Essence Shift right there.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Let's have a look at Puck, shall we? Because I'm kind of confused right now. Alright. So basically, Poison Dagger towards Leshrac. Leshrac doesn't have enough much mana yet to stay in the lane, so he should be careful. But since he has the Ring of Basilisk, which announced it's an aura itself, and it's an active aura which gives regeneration of mana regeneration for the whole team. Not the whole team, the only ones clear out next out to him, right? A nice catch in the bottom lane. We have Shadow Demon, Earthshaker, as well as Leshrac. So Anti-Mage returning back into the lane. It's serving as a carry itself for the team. And we're just gonna have a look through to the experience and how the progress is in the 9 minutes into the game itself, alright? So it seems that in difference in goal, it seems that Team FUFC is currently leading like nothing much, like more or less 500 bit like this. Alright, we're just gonna close this thing up because the engagement going on in top lane itself. Anti-mage being pulled out, blink out. Anti-mage is safe, a bit more. Anti-mage is gone. And Akasha's trying to make an attempt right here. Scream of Pain. No poison dagger right yet. And there goes Orbital Orb. Puck is trying to chase off. And there goes the blink in. Scream of Pain. Storm Spirit is almost dead. Akasha's trying to find that Storm Spirit right there. Or maybe he's trying to chase on Earthshaker right here. And getting stunned by Akasha. Akasha might be going on for the chase. And there goes this
Death travels
Sonic
faster
Wave.
than sound.
My gosh, I didn't expect him to still have the Sonic Wave right there. Right, lots of ganking going on throughout the game. MUFC, Invasion is both at 6-6, neck to neck right now on 10 minutes into the game itself. Quite interesting coming from both sides. Puck, very aggressive indeed, coming from Akasha and Puck. Storm Spirit spending every bit of mana that he has into the game itself, pouring every single thing. Make sure he goes in for the kill. Alright, seems that bottom we have Anti-Mage.
You know the drill.
Farming off in the bottom. We have a look to you. And there goes Destruction right there, doing on the catch. Storm Spirit being ready, trying to catch up from Puck. And Puck casts off Silence. Puck went down, no. Puck is safe. Nice, there goes the stun. And blinking out. Non-stop action inside the game. And there goes the Scream of Pain by Akasha itself, killing off Earthshaker.
The sound of that?
This is the kind of game that we've been waiting for. A lot of engagement, all series of skills. Alright, with an all skill set coming from Team MUFC itself, they have Nature's Prophet, they have Earthshaker, they have Shadow Demon, and they have Raijin as well in the Shrek itself. It's an all skill team. Maybe Nature's Prophet will result in Shrek itself as well. Agus pulls on Akasha. Silencer went down in the bottom lane by Storm Spirit. Very aggressive indeed. Both teams should watch out because basically this game is in fast mode. 11 minutes and already 16 deaths being caused in the game itself. Tragic and tragic indeed. Right, and we have 3 people coming on from the Twitch TV itself. Alright, thank you guys for viewing into eClub live at Twitch TV. Alright, we are currently broadcasting the game in between Invasion versus MUFC. Invasion is now leading 9-7. Quite a game change what happened right there. MUFC was leading 3-1 at the early stage for the game itself. And quite early itself, we have a few viewers in the Twitch TV itself. Welcome to Administrator, Budokai, Dryzat, Ifa, alright, quite a few names like Nick Blim, Stashdan, and Zulhelmi as well. Welcome. And also welcome to the people who are situated here in the Low Yat Plaza itself. Welcome. You are now currently watching the grand finals of the AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament 2013. Brought to you by AMD and organized by eClub. My name is Flavor and currently I'm shoutcasting the game itself, doing an online live broadcasting. Online as well at www.twitchtv.com/eClubLive. Right, it's kind of like I memorized the whole script on my head. Right, should be impressed with that. Alright, seems that Anti-Mage having a good time farming in top lane. He needs to ensure that he already has a Ring of Health right there with Permanent Shield. Really good, nice shield for AGI heroes, the GT heroes. He has a power threat in these stats of strength. Lots of trends right there going on for the kill. Engagement went on bottom lane. It seems that I just missed out on Rubik's death. MUFC trying to catch up. You know, every time gank happens, there's surely to be a kill unless it's a failed attempt of gank. Right, Rubik went down in bottom lane. So we're just gonna have a look to who is having this MVP for now. So alright, Puck and Storm Spirit both are in first place with 3 kills each with no death, while Anti-Mage is with 3 kills and 2 deaths. While Akasha is in 4th place with 2 kills and no death, while Tremor is in with 2 kills and 3 deaths. The one on most bottom is currently Silencer itself. He will serve his purpose as fully support because at one point of the game, we'll be seeing the global silence coming from Silence itself because knowing that Team MUFC has an all-skill team, maybe not really that much of a skill itself, but yes, it can be considered a full-skill team, and especially when the global silence is on, that'll be the nice time for Invasion Esports to do engagements. very skillful team indeed in this game. We won't be seeing this game defies every single strategy that we have in the Duty Book itself. It's all about skills, skills, and skills. More and more skills coming from MUFC, more and more even coming from Sino itself.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
A crazy lightning attack by Rubik right there. And the only one fending off in bottom is only the Shrek right there. There's only one within visibility right there. And we have Puck, Silencer, Rubik in the bottom lane. And while mid lane, we have Shadow Demon and Storm Spirit. They're trying to rack. Sorry, that's not rack. Sorry, so they're trying to fan up the bottom. That goes Global Silence by Silencer himself. They're trying to ensure that they're trying to chase off Storm. They're still unable to do the catch.
The Dire might want to mine
Much of
the
a
top
waste of the
tower.
Global Silence of. I thought that Akasha could just kill up, but he didn't have sufficient mana to even cast up all the skills. So, alright, that goes stun, but Earthshaker didn't hit up on Puck right there. Down goes Puck, despite having Acid
Dire's
Shift
top
right there.
tower, you know the drill.
9 to 9 right now.
Radiant's mid tower's
MUFC
getting
currently
1-4.
tying it up with Sino as well. He tried to block off Fury, but he wasn't able to do it. And that goes the stun coming from Earthshaker. Anti-mage canceling out his attempt trying to chase off Fury. Maybe he did mana burn a bit. He surely did. Right. Lots and lots of ganking going on throughout the game itself, because you don't see it's not easy to farm on the game. We don't expect Shadow Demon to farm in the lane. We don't expect Earthshaker to farm on the lane. It's gonna be slow farm himself. And I think yes, Leshreck can do just a bit here and there. And basically they're just gonna rely much on the farming coming from Storm Spirit as well as Fury coming from Team MUFC. And Akasha and Puck with Silencer and Anti-Mage, quite a few heroes who are capable of farming and get a few items for the team itself coming from Team Invasion itself. Always interesting to see this kind of game itself. We have lots and lots of people watching through the game, which is happening right now in the grand finals. Quite interesting indeed. MUFC versus Sino. Sino versus MUFC right now. Who will win the 1,500 ringgit Malaysia cash prize winner? And Earthshaker just caught off easy kill right there by getting caught by Rubik, and Akasha going in with Poison Dagger. Rubik is in a pinch right now. Rubik is down.
Dire's top tower, you know the
Storm
drill.
Spirit going here and there. Naughty little Storm Spirit right there. Very tricky one. He just uses up that ulti to roam around the
Dire's
map.
top tower's getting beat down.
Gotta watch out right there. There goes the trends coming from Prophet. They might be trying to push in the top lane right here. And the only one trying to fan off right here is all the spams coming from Puck. So it seems that let's have a look through to the items coming from Puck itself, right? So Puck already has the null talisman. Maybe he's going on for Dagon later on. But surprisingly, Puck is not going on for the mana boots. He just went on with
Radiant's
power
top
trance
tower's
this
hurt.
time.
The Radiant got one last top tower.
What a surprise, indeed. Not sure if attack speed really matters for a Puck, but it's okay. Wondering how this game would be, since it's a game. It's a game between skills versus skills. So basically, imagining if Invasion were to have a BKB itself or MUFC itself to have BKB, it depends on which team itself. This will be interesting indeed. Both teams can't pass on skill in that one single hero itself. Right, trying to fan up in top lane. Since MUFC took the tier 1 tower from top lane, Sino decides that they want their top lane as well. It looks beautiful, it looks juicy right there. They want it really bad. And a few more hits and the tower might just be done right here. Will they try and deny right here? Puck is trying to make a run for it right here. And there goes the silent on Earthshaker right here. Earthshaker needs to watch out. His position right there, they know where he is. And there goes stun. Down goes Puck. Failed attempt right there.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business.
He could have just tried to run out even more, but he couldn't do that. But it's okay. Nice attempt. In bottom, we have interesting now. We have Anti-Mage, which barely managed to miss us out on the Sprout coming on from Nature's Prophet. a very Board of the Hall. Board of the Bull of the Storm Spirit. I said Bull of the Horn, what the hell is that? Alright, and Storm Spirit very aggressive indeed. He doesn't want to waste the time. Nice, that right here, nice hat. I wish I had his hat. Right, beautiful big flower for this prophet. I would not wear that in any form. Flowers too big. Right, catches attention. Alright, it's like a pushing of tower right here. Whenever one team, there goes his die. My gosh, from one stun come from Earthshaker himself, they managed to deny one hit from Shadow Demon to deny that tier 1 tower from mid lane. And they still, it seems like the top tier 1 tower come from Team MUFC itself is just a few hits away from breaking down. They need to watch out in the game since that all tier 1's tower coming from Team Radiant is already gone. Invasion needs to watch out, and one tier 1 tower come from mid lane for Team Darius already have two tier 1 towers itself. MUFC still has one more tier 1 tower in the bottom lane itself, still fending it off. And we're just gonna have a look through the game. We are 20 minutes into the game, and Team MUFC is leading with 1 kill gap, 12 to 11 to the game. And difference in gold earned, we have to admit that MUFC currently leading with more than 3k gold. And while in terms of experience itself, it seems like experience is leading more towards Invasion itself. But right now it's more the neutral state, it's almost close to 0. It seems that both sides is having a amount of equal gold count, experience earned for both sides. But I think MUFC is taking advantage of having extra goal difference with 3k. Anti-Major bottom lane, quite interesting. He already has the power threats right there with Battle Fury and the Pulling Blade. He has the pushing power right here. Will we be seeing another fat anti-mage like the one we just saw in between Malay All-Stars versus Invasion Esports, where we saw Pro Carry 1? See that beautiful attack come from anti-mage, clearing off those little crepes, no problem right there. And we're still waiting for an awesome engagement going on. It seems that the ganking has to start up with the invasion first. MUFC has to be careful because basically it's either if they want to catch, they have to ensure that they are catching Silencer first to ensure that Silencer doesn't cast a global silence. If not, the ganking will fail for MUFC itself, and it will make a big turnaround itself where Invasion Esports will take advantage of it. Alright, because knowing that the whole team is basically relying much on skilled heroes as well. Okay. Alright, seems that not much engagement going on. We've seen a lot of ganking going on throughout the game itself, and we have yet to see any more going on right now. I'm not sure what's going on. Akasha at the top, we'll have a look through what Akasha has. He has a null talisman up, probably going and has a point boss, so maybe he's going for Argonim Scepter right directly. He ain't going for the Dagon afterwards. And it's very good to have this burst of damage like Dagon and stuff, knowing that the other team's kind of soft having hero with skill heroes. Skill heroes is, despite Earthshaker being an SCR hero itself, he sees himself as skill heroes himself with the low health points. And it seems that, wow, Roshan is already down, and it seems that the Dark Side got 200 gold each. Happy birthday. And so basically, the one who got the Aegis itself is Storm Spirit. Angry Storm Spirit has the Aegis Immortal itself. Alright, quite interesting indeed. They want Storm Spirit to stay in the game itself
beat down
as much as you can. And as you all know, when you respond back from Aegis itself, it ensures that you have full mana and full health points itself, which is very, very good, especially when you claim you have finished all mana and health points come from, you know, spending all your transportations from your ulti itself and come from the orb itself. It's always beautiful itself to have that Aegis itself. It's the right hero to have itself, alright? Even if you give it like to heroes like Earthshaker itself, you can't get back that ulti come from Earthshaker. You can't get back the ulti coming from Nature's Prophet itself directly. So that should, Storm Spirit should be the hero that should be given that item itself, right? Wow, Leshrac right here mid lane, what we're seeing is that Leshrac already has the Black King bar. He is ready for engagement right there. He can just go in using the ulti itself. Pulse Nova, so should be watching out for the other team itself. And there goes Global Silence right there. BKB with Storm Spirit and Akasha at the same time. And they weren't engaging. It's like a boyfriend and girlfriend. They decide not to meet each other at the same time. And there was a catch by Puck right there. They need to make a run for it. And down goes Puck. Things are getting interesting enough here. MUFC 13 to 12 for the 25 minute into the game. Invasion Esports needs to have some strategy right here. They're back down by 2 kills. Maybe it's not much to worry about. There's always other kills. Because as well known in the game itself, it's not just about the strategy itself. It's always about the execution. It's not just about the skills itself. It's how you win the game through all means itself. It's either you don't go through backdoors, alright? Don't go do that. Don't tell the organization that shout because it tells you to go back there, alright? There's no other two means. It's always through proper pushing. It's always through team bailing out. And there goes the hex on Akasha itself, but since he already has the hacks, nobody was there to provide a support. Earthshaker Shadow Demon was positioned too far away from Furin, or maybe they didn't realize that Furin was going there. Maybe a bad communication going on. Not sure what happened. They should have known that Furin is gonna be there, so they should watch out for the timing where Furin is gonna be coming. So that was a failed attempt of having that. And there goes King of Pain, Poison Dagger right there, and Akasha makes a run for it. Not much of engagement going on, and Leshrac is having no problem. He's pushing alone in top lane. Wow, quite bold indeed. And coming back in top is Anti-Mage with that Battle Fury indeed right there. Sheer pushing power. Not sure how MUFC is going to deal with Invasion's Anti-Mage right here, because Anti-Mage is supposed to be reckoned with. At one point he'll be having Black King Bar. He already has the Battle Fury itself, and he has the Spell Shield, which gives him at level 4 he gives him 50% magic resistance. So MUFC should be careful itself, because at one point of the game, maybe in the late game itself, Anti-Mage will show his own true colors itself. There's a lot of things that can be considered in the game itself, alright? And we haven't been seeing Storm Spirit for quite some while. There goes Raging. And there goes the lift off on Prophet right there. Prophet being caught. Prophet tries to make a run for it. No, Prophet dies off. There goes Sonic Wave coming from Akasha itself. Took down Nature's Prophet. He was caught off guard with 4 heroes right there. So basically MUFC couldn't back him up. Wrong positioning right there. And coming back to the bottom, we have
The Dire might
We
want
have
to
the
mine
Shrek.
the top tower. Radiant's bottom
and there goes
tower
Global
in
Silence.
pretty
There should be
sight
something
right
interesting
now.
going on, but there's a Global Silence. Oh, come on. Alright, and there goes the catch on Rubik this time. Will Rubik go down? There goes the stun by Earthshaker. Storm Spirit, is he going up another one? He has less HP. Shouldn't take a risk on this one.
The Dire
Stun
might
misses
want
out.
to
Who
mine the
was
top
he
tower.
stunning right there? He didn't hold the skills out. Puck. Kill off Puck. Down goes Puck this time. 2-1 trade-off. MUFC 15-12 right now. Mega kill by Storm Spirit and double kill as well. So maybe they're trying to push mid. Maybe yes, maybe not. Since the boss fight is not that long
Dire's
himself,
top
maybe
tower's
not.
getting beat down.
Right, we still have the Shrek here. And he just left out the lane. And in bottom lane, Anti-Mage doesn't even care. He knows what his
Dire's
job
top
is. He
tower,
really needs
you
to
know the
farm.
drill.
Bit by bit, it doesn't matter how, he really needs to farm for the game itself. His team is spending much on him, on his performance itself for the game itself. When especially being a carry, it's a high burden towards yourself. You need to ensure that you have sufficient items to give you the win for the game itself. And since he's a hit hero himself, maybe MUFC will go in with Ethereal Blade or any other means of items to ensure that Anti-Mage doesn't hit up in these heroes, because as you know, Anti-Mage has Mana Burn, or they're going to rely on Shadow Demon's Disruption itself on to hit off on Anti-Mage. So Rubik in mid lane, he already has the Earth Shadows right here providing health and damaging. It depends on what kind of usage you're doing it. When Magic Stick just in days, and has a bracelet just for durability as well as sentry wards. He might be placing sentry wards somewhere. It depends who, maybe trying to reveal all the invisibility heroes coming from that Prophet maybe. Should be careful right there. And we have a look at Akasha itself. Akasha with BKB just now, as we saw in the match itself. He's having no problems starting from off. He has no problems trying to blink out of the game. And having with Puck, Puck already has the dagger. That was playing how he managed to make a run for it right there. Nice farming by Puck right there. And he still have the Null Talisman. We're still waiting for what's going to be next time we come from Puck. It can be Lincoln Sphere just for safety itself. Since as a shift can't be applied for every single time itself. Having a Lincoln will be safe. Right, or maybe he's just going to go in for more aggressive. Maybe hacks. Anything can happen in a game such as this one. Haxing a hero as soft as this one itself is going to deal lots and lots of damage itself. Right, quite interesting indeed. And we're having a bigger and even bigger crowd inside the at the ground floor of Low Yat Plaza itself. For those who just arrived in Low Yat Plaza, greetings and welcome to the Low Yat Plaza. No, I'm not the ambassador of Low Yat itself, inviting you guys to come here. I am the shoutcaster. My name is Flavor. For the match in between Invasion versus MUFC for the grand finals of the AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament 2013. And that was BKB. There goes Hex of Snow. Snow couldn't make it despite having a BKB right there. And I'm not sure why the Storm Spirit opened BKB right there. Maybe it was just as safety itself, but it doesn't matter. He still needs to wait for the cooldown itself. They were only ganking through one hero, and Storm Spirit just opened up BKB. Alright, we're gonna see far off into the bottom lane. We have Puck kind of being lazy not to touch the mouse right now. Right, it's kind of like tiring. That's okay. And currently into games. Hi.
The Dire best do something
Okay, so
about
Puck
that
is trying to
bottom tower.
do the pushing on the tier 1 tower come from bottom lane itself. Complete. So basically all tier 1
gave
towers
up
come
the
from
bottom
Team
tower.
Dire itself from Invasion MUFC is done. Same as well as other sides. So both teams are
Guess what's
currently
happening,
tying
Dire?
up for both tier 1 towers. Quite interesting team indeed. In 31 minutes into the game, MUFC is currently leading 16-12 with a gap of 4 kills.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
And quite see we have an engagement
Have
mid lane
fun
right
trying
here.
to
They're trying to
bust
push
that
up tier 2 in the mid lane.
Radiant
This might be the first tier 2 that will come out for Team Dire. Coming in with Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit BKB right there. And he has just cleared out Silencer. No more global silence is going to happen. So they can just push it out. Interesting. And there goes Akasha. Is that Akasha right there? Storm Spirit's down. No Aegis right there. Who the hell is that? That is Leshrac. Oh, sorry about that. So Leshrac is down 2-1 trade-off with that. But despite that, Puck is trying to do the chase on
Radiant's top tower.
Nature's Prophet right here. He just hacks up, but it doesn't help much. And down goes Nature's Prophet as well. 3-1 trade-off. Invasion is back into the game with 3 kills and 1 death, closing the gap by 2. So basically, MUFC is still leading with 2 gaps right here, 70-15. Whew, quite trying to see indeed. All right. So we're having more and more
Radiant's
people
mid-tower could use
to
a hand.
here. So we have a few setup. You know, people Zulhemi saying that Orange just threw off 2 games. All right. That's bad. I didn't do a bet on it, but lucky for me. Alright, but it's okay. We'll just have a look through how the brackets are going down for both games, right? So it seems that from Team Radiant itself, Invasion is currently leading in terms of difference in goal up to 2.5k. It should be 2.5k based on the maths calculation itself, as I am an accounting and finance student itself, right? And it should be in terms of experience itself. That was experience. That was goal. Alright, that was goal and that was experience. And even they're currently even leading despite having the disadvantage of having less skills itself. Invasion is still leading in terms of experience, and so they should be having a higher level compared to the other team itself. We're being soon to the last hits and the dice on both sides. Anti-Mage with 275 last hits and 18 denies. So wouldn't be surprised because Anti-Mage already has the Battle Fury, as you can see in the game itself. He already has the Banner Stall, he already has a Vladimir offering, and maybe he's going on for BKB later on, knowing that the other team is all filled with heroes, skilled heroes itself. Should be interesting enough. Alright, and the crowd is very pleasing indeed. Everybody is eager to know who is going to bring back that 1,500 ringgit Malaysia cash prize for the champion itself, and who will be the one who's going to be losing and coming up in runner-up, who's going to be bringing 1,000 Malaysia ringgit itself. Either way, both of them are champions at one point right now, but there can only be one AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament champion, and which is one of these guys is going to bring back home 1,500 Malaysian ringgit itself, right? And for those who are currently at the ground floor, welcome. And for those who are on the first floor, second floor, third floor, fourth floor, fifth floor, you guys can just come out to the ground floor and have a look into the match. This grand final match for the AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament 2013, being casted by myself, Flavor. It seems that this game is going to, we are currently 34 minutes into the game, where MUFC is trying to push off in the bottom lane on tier 2 itself. And coming up too aggressive one right there, Akasha, BKB. Not sure which hero trying to chase right here, not sure if we should chase Leshrac. Still waiting for Leshrac to finish off at the BKB right there. And there goes Storm Spirit trying to pull off on Rubik right there. Rubik is big run, Rubik is down. Shadow Demon's down. They need to take down that Akasha. Puck is trying his best right there. And Storm Spirit still being very aggressive. He needs to make sure he hits it. Storm makes a run for it. Can Storm make it? And Silencer is down. 3-3 trade-off right here. Nature's Prophet just bought back. He's gonna come back right here. They should be careful here. Storm Spirit is a few health points right there. 25% probably. Seems that Prophet is retreating back to bottom. He decides that he wants to he wants to push up in the bottom tier 2 tower itself. He's using the force power with the trends itself. He's using the creeps coming off, the range ones, the melee ones. They're gonna take the tier 2 tower in the bottom lane itself. This should be interesting indeed.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower's done for.
The first tier 2 tower for the Radiant side is down. So basically the Dire side, which is the MUFC, is currently leading in terms of tower push. Alright, and I can see the organizers from eClub as well as AMD taking out the champion check. I can see it from here. I wish that was mine. Alright, but it can only belong to one of the teams which are participating right now. It can be Invasion, it can be MUFC. So which one of these two teams is going to be crowned the champion of the AMD DotA 2 Invitational Tournament 2013? Whereas after this, we will be having the grand finals for the AMD DotA 2 Open Tournament, which happened yesterday, where we still need to finish up on who's going to bring back 1,500 for that match as well. And I still need to shotcast for that as well. I'm tired. Right, and Invasion MUFC now leading 21-18. Let's have a look through how Anti-Mage is actually taking his game. He has that Ogre Club, so it is correct. He will be going BKB sooner or later into the game itself. So we need to watch out right here. It won't be long till Anti-Mage has that Black King bar itself, so MUFC needs to watch out, because anything can happen in the game. And we have seen a few BKBs coming out from the game itself. Akasha has BKB, Storm Spirit has BKB itself, Leshrac has BKB itself. We might be seeing a few heroes having that BKB at one point of the game itself.
I'm over here.
Alright, BKB right there by Akasha. Akasha doesn't care. He manages to kill off one hero. A failed gang right there. Exactly clear around Storm Spirit, and Storm Spirit manages to make a run for it. BKB, 2 kills down. Prophet Shadow Demon is down. A failed gang right there. And they want to take out the Storm Spirit. They need to wait out for Storm Spirit right here. But we know that Storm Spirit has full mana. Storm Spirit needs to go out. He was being silenced by Puck right there. A 5-0 trade-off by Invasion. 23-21, and it is 38 minutes to the game itself.
Dire's mid tower's having technical difficulties. Dire's mid tower won't last much longer. The Dire couldn't hang on to that mid tower. Dire's
So they try to push up tier 3 in mid tower as well.
Them Dire buildings.
Force power, only one hero is out, and it is Shadow Demon. And we don't think Shadow Demon can fend off, and he needs to be careful not to be caught, and he needs to wait for his teammates to come out as well. Storm Spirit is eager to come on. He can't wait any longer. He needs to fend off the mid lane itself. He needs to be out there to try and defend. You need to watch out right there. This is not easy itself to defend again. We have global silence from silence itself. Even Puck itself can dagger in and cast a silence itself, and Anti-Mage has a magic resistance itself. This is not going to be easy itself for MUFC to fend off. All the silence and all the resistance of magic itself is going to be troublesome for Team MUFC. So Invasion seems to have everything planned out, so hopefully the damage coming from Storm Spirit will be sufficient enough to try and clear out the game. So that will explain why Leshrac itself has the BKB itself, to ensure that when Global Silence is cast, they won't be affected by the sign itself, to ensure that they can still cast in the game and still perform the kills during the gang, alright? Beautiful, beautiful. No, it's not beautiful. Is this the old ward? My gosh, I got the new one. It's okay. So basically in mid we can see that Furion having the Shadow Blade, so the Hand of Midas performing, and at the other part of the game he had a Sword of Vice for hexing purposes, and has Mithril Hammer. Maybe he's going through Black King Bar directly afterwards. And Silencer with that Force Staff, eventually he still needs an item to ensure that he can make a run for it in a war. So Force Staff would be that item itself. Right, and we'll have a look through how Anti-Mage is doing throughout the game itself. Anti-Mage in the bottom lane currently right now already has the Black King Bar, he has the Mana Stall, he has Black Mary, he has Belfury. He is only one more item away from completing all his item sets. Maybe he's going in for Heart to ensure that he doesn't die off in the lane. And that goes the Hex by Fury right here. And that goes the catch on Anti-Mage. And I don't think it's sufficient enough. Anti-Mage still has a lot of mana left. He still have enough health points just going to war. And down goes Raijin. Mana Void right there. You know that he consumes a lot of mana just to do that teleportation from ulti itself. And even Leshrac might just go down from here. Unstoppable by Akasha. Triple kill by Anti-Mage. A 4-0 trade-off in the bottom lane. This might be GG for MUFC. GG is being called by Invasion MUFC itself. So it seems that the winner for the Grand Finals match, Game 2, it's actually Game 2, right? It's Game 1, but it's still Game 2 because basically MUFC has that one advantage coming up for winners bracket, and we will be going on into the final round, where these two teams will battling out to determine who is going to be the winner for the AMD DotA 2 Tournament 2013. My name is Flavor, so stay tuned for more Dota 2 actions, alright?
The Dire's bottom rank.
Wait, the game's not ended yet. Guys.
Rough day, that's a win.
Alright, game's ended, alright. Thank you. Game has ended. Alright, thank you very much guys for tuning in. So basically, these guys are just gonna have a rest, and we will be right back with match round 3